Hello and welcome everybody back to the Riot Report. I'm Abel Morales and I'm being joined by El Guapo. What's up, Guapo?
How you doing, gentlemen? Good to see you guys.
Doing good. And of course, owner-operator, Chevy Chavarria.
Hey, I appreciate that on my last name. No one ever gets that right.
Yeah, man, I try.
Solid.
I mean, you know, you got a good ring
Maybe
announcer here.
next show, the Spanish announce table's going out.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Wait, we have Spanish announce tables?
I thought you were a Spanish announcer.
Okay, well, Simon, vamos. All right, well, thanks guys for joining us today. We are hot off of the heels of Ransom Note, our Halloween show that we just had, and it was awesome. We had, of all things, we had a casket match, and that was nuts. It was crazy. We never seen a casket match before. We had Legend Chamberlain go out there. I guess he now is aligned with Muerte Silencioso? How did that even happen?
That was Muerte's first time at Riot. I don't know. Legend showed up with some crazy looking dude that would just grunt at me, so I kept my distance. I didn't know what was happening.
And he had a freaking casket.
Yes. They showed up in a truck with something in the back. That's all I know.
Yeah.
And Legend went out there, tried to trash the crowd. Our great friend of Riot, Diego de la Cruz, wanted nothing to do with that. Wasn't having it. Went out there to defend the Santa Fe crowd, which shout out to Diego de la Cruz for that. Awesome. One of these days, you're going to bring me that accordion, Diego, and we're going to play some accordion. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
But, and so from there...
And you know, he brought out Nate, right? Nate Slater. That was his partner.
Yes, but I was going to say Chamberlain first, called out this monster of a man that, we didn't even know was going to be there. And I think that was Diego's defense to call out his own monster, Nate Slater, which was one of my favorite matches we've ever had at Riot, if I can just be honest. So if you're not watching that, check out the Riot Wrestling YouTube. Go check out this casket match. It's one of the coolest things Riot's ever done, been allowed to do. Because I don't know anybody who just carries around a casket. This is not something that I don't think Stray Galactica is going to be pulling out the casket from his pocket. You know what I mean? So to see these guys bring this into this element into Riot Wrestling, it's just amazing. Just to say you never know what's going to happen at a Riot Wrestling show. We had caskets, we had killer clowns, we had later on you'll see people jumping off of forklifts. It was wild. It was a wild show.
Now that being said, just to reference that actual match right there, Diego de la Cruz and Nate Slater got the win. Diego de la Cruz, pretty impressive. Has always been impressive. He's always been one of your favorites. Wow.
Top guys.
Yeah, it's one of our top guys in our entire company, and we love him. But do y'all remember several months ago, hell, maybe now it's even about a year ago, where Diego de la Cruz and our current champion, Elijah Cobra, had some beef, had some back and forth a little bit. You're repping the merch. Look at it.
You're just doing that?
Yeah.
You're just doing that?
Yes.
Yeah, you're
Elijah Cobra shirt over here?
Yeah, he's a Diego guy.
Did you see Elijah Cobra's promo that he just cut? Elijah Cobra sat at a table covered in championship belts. And I don't know about any of these other belts. All I know is about the Riot Wrestling Heavyweight Champion belt was lifted off the table and thrown into a trash can.
How? Why?
I never liked the design. You guys didn't take my ideas.
This design right here.
I didn't like it.
It's a nice logo.
You know what?
Yeah. I don't know. I like it. But anyway, a logo aside, this is now leading to
the disrespect of Elijah Cobra, unifying every belt that nobody asked him to unify into one Cobra belt. The disrespect. I know he calls himself top of the food chain at Riot Wrestling. We've always just known him as an appetizer. I don't know how long I can say that as he holds the heavyweight championship. All I know is that a year ago, Elijah Cobra came into Riot Wrestling looking for Diego de la Cruz, and Diego's exact words were like, "Put some gold on your waist.
Yep.
And then we'll talk."
And he's put plenty of gold on his waist ever since.
Yes.
Well, he put him in the trash can. One big one.
I believe we're still in talks with Diego de la Cruz. Nothing's officially been signed, but we're pushing the main event of Santa Slam, coming at you with Santa Slam November 29th. Diego de la Cruz versus Elijah Cobra for our heavyweight championship.
What?
There you go.
Yes. So,
There you
Diego.
go.
I feel a little awkward now. We're in the street.
Yeah.
Pick a
Actually,
side,
no.
Guap.
I should read the group text.
Last show, Diego came out and defended the people of Santa Fe and Riot Wrestling as a whole. This show, I think he's coming to defend just the honor of Riot Wrestling after taking our championship and treating it like trash. So I know I'm owner. I should be partial. I'm just saying. My heart goes out to Diego for stepping in and defending the honor of Riot Wrestling from a guy who would literally take our championship and throw it in the trash. So,
Well, it'll be a great match if it gets signed and delivered.
that's what
looking
we're
forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
So Diego, come on, man! You won't give me the accordion. Give me a championship match, baby. So that's what we're hoping for.
Awesome. That should be a great match. That main event goes down. Phew, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to call it. That's going to be a great matchup. Now, speaking of champions and championships, at Ransom Note, we crowned our first ever Macho Madness champion.
Come on, baby. Come.
Yeah. Oh,
It's about to start playing.
Wait, what do you
It's
got here?
about to start playing. About the vinyl, baby. This is the vinyl of Be a Man, Macho Man. This is his rap album. If you didn't know this existed, go find it. Go listen to it. It'll change your life.
Is this sucker sealed?
It's sealed. What?
It's sealed.
Yes. I have
Never
this.
been touched.
This is the inheritance my children are getting. It's being passed down from generation to generation. Real diss track to Hulk Hogan. Shoot diss track to Hulk Hogan.
That
on
and
this.
Macho Pig.
Yeah, Macho Man with the Macho Man. It's Macho
He's
Man.
your friend. He's your friend.
Hey.
Chevy, you're crazy. But you're crazy in a good way.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
Uh,
Beggars can be choosers.
Right.
Here we are.
Now, there might be some crazy that's maybe not crazy in a good way. For example, our new Macho Madness champion, our first ever Macho Madness champion,
Hey, y'all remember?
Hollywood Hendrix.
Y'all remember when Hollywood Hendrix kicked Chris Frost in the face?
I do remember.
He kicked Chris Frost, our GM, right in the face.
Yep.
That's wild. That's wild.
And sitting at commentary after he got kicked and he was a little woozy, but eventually he
Chris, he ain't happy. I talked to
Yeah,
him
he
today.
wasn't
He's
happy.
not happy about that.
he did say that he will flex his general manager powers to do what he can actually do, what's within his powers of making matches. And he had said on commentary that, you know what, he's going to get his comeuppance. And I heard through the grapevine, the group text, if you will, which you
That
need
you
to be
start
on,
reading?
yeah, you need to
Yes.
start reading, is we are going to have Hollywood Hendrix defend that championship against, get this, a returning Luigi Primo.
Come on.
That's
on.
right. Luigi Primo is coming back to Santa Fe, Texas.
He was there at Santa Slam last year.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
It was quite the treat to see
Yes.
the pizzeria man himself, Luigi Primo, in a match. And now he's going to get a chance at gold. Can you imagine him twirling a title belt instead of twirling pizza?
So title will be on the line.
Title will be on the line. Anytime Hendrix steps into our arena, that title will be on the line. I don't care if you beat him up before he gets in the ring. See, me and Hendrix have always kind of had a certain beef. Because, I just, I'm supposed to be partial. But I hate Hollywood Hendrix. And I will say that man climbed that ladder. And he won the inaugural Macho Man Championship. He's been in wrestling for I don't know how long. So I will, and don't ever repeat this, that I told him this, so you better not ever repeat this. I will give him tons of props and respect for every company that he's been in and how many years he's put in this business. I forget that he has been around as long as he has, because I really just don't want to see him in the ring. But I think all those years have finally paid off. And, to be our inaugural champion, I just want to say, I hate it. I hate that he won. And, I wish somebody would have beat him up. And, but he's our champion. And so we got to give him the props that we give him. If you ever talk to him, you'll hate him too. And so, for Luigi Primo to come in and hopefully win the belt off of him, that's my hope in the world. We'll see where that goes. Luigi Primo, if you don't know, is nationally known all over the country. I believe he's wrestled in other countries around the world. AEW, NWA, GCW. I've seen him in all that. So it's a big deal to have him in Santa Fe, Texas for Santa Slam. And the first thing he does, I hope he
second
just second time. I hope he beats up Hollywood Hendricks. But we'll see when we get there. Anybody else want to start an I Hate Hollywood Hendricks club with me? I'm in. So,
I think you need a shirt.
I have a shirt.
You do.
I do.
Yes.
I did. I spent a lot of hard-earned money making that shirt to show my hatred for Hollywood Hendricks.
There you go. Well, if you hate Hollywood Hendricks, I assume that you also hate the other Hollywood Dreamers. Because we are going to have our yearly Miracle on 34th Street Fight Tag Team match at Santa Slam.
That is the Santa Slam stamp of approval. That is what Santa Slam's all about. If you don't know what the Miracle on 34th Street Fight is, it's when even you as a fan can bring us weapons and presents and whatever. We're gonna put all these weapons in a box and we're gonna wrap them up like presents, and these wrestlers get in the ring and they start ripping open these presents, and whatever's in that box they can use as a weapon on each other. We've seen pizza cutters, we've seen kendo sticks,
we've seen Little Poppy.
Little Poppy popped out of a trash can one year. We've seen Legos, countless amount of Legos doing countless amount of damage. I'm not paying for any hospital bills due to Lego injury. I'm just telling you right now, waivers will be signed. And so this year...
Yeah, well, this year, I already mentioned the Hollywood Dreamers, but they are going up against the team of Just Vibin'.
Come on.
Oh,
Kenny Calypso coming off his big win of Mr. Ransom himself. I will give him the respect. Can we talk about that for a second before we talk about this 34th? I know we're in the middle of it, but can I just give crazy amounts of love and respect and honor, even though he's been a thorn in our side, up in the management box, if you will, of Riot Wrestling. Thomas Taylor Ransom, retired at this last show. So if you didn't see that match, go see that match. They beat the PG-13 out of each other.
They did.
At Ransom's note, and in and out of the ring on the concrete. It was a Kenny Calypso versus Ransom, but Ransom did not go over in that match. Kenny Calypso won that match, and Ransom literally took his boots off. That was the last time you're ever going to see Thomas Taylor Ransom in a ring, and it was in a Riot Wrestling ring. I couldn't be more honored, and the entire locker room came out and honored. I want to say, if don't get me wrong, I think 20 years in the business of Ransom, and it was a moment. It was a moment. So go back to the YouTubes right now and watch that. You'll tear up. You'll be in awe of the wrestling, and then I was emotional.
It definitely was a moment, and it definitely was an appropriate time to be emotional. As somebody that was there to witness his first match almost 2 decades ago and get to call his last match. Like, we have both been in this this world for 2 decades together, and being able to see him and his career from beginning to end, and for me to share my career alongside with him beginning to end. I know you kind of said, a little tongue-in-cheek that, like, oh, he was a thorn in our side here. That was just the last couple of years, right? I've known this man for 2 decades. But I saw him when he was a rookie, saw him when he first started, was there when it was all about Mama Ransom cheering him on, when Mama Ransom was literally sitting next to me, in my front row seats, and we were both cheering him on. And then I got into the business the same way how you kind of got into the business through the podcasting thing. I had Ransom on my show. I'm sure you had him on your show as well. So there was so much maturation that happened between all of us here. And to see him retire, it tugged on the heartstrings, but also it was bittersweet because I know that he completed a lot of what he wanted to complete. Yeah. So again, thank you, Ransom, for everything you've done.
Thank you. And the heartbeat of Kenny Calypso in that too is Kenny Calypso came to me without hesitation when Ransom was just terrorizing him for months and months and months, and so Kenny wanted to be in that ring. As far as Kenny goes, the honor in that was that Kenny, as a young kid, 20 years in the business, watched Ransom on TV. Like, used to watch him, and then to be the one that his last
To retire
match
him.
to retire him was a big deal for Kenny Calypso. His words, not mine. Talking about it in the locker room afterwards, Kenny was in tears and couldn't even really get a lot of words out because he was, like I said, honor over and over. But he was just honored to be the man in that ring.
There was plenty of big moments at the last event that we had at Ransom Note, but there's also going to be opportunities for plenty of big moments at Santa Slam. Santa Slam is our yearly event. It is a Riot Wrestling's hallmark event. It is where we started because Santa Slam isn't just some other wrestling show, right? Wow, this is every year it's for charity, right?
Christmas special.
That's right. I see you're in the spirit already. You got the hat
already. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah.
Guap's always ready. Guap's always ready.
Yeah.
Always.
So basically, why don't you tell them what we do, what makes this show so special about the charity aspect of it?
So what we do is there is no fee to the show. The way you get in is you bring an unwrapped gift and you donate it, and then from there we get all those gifts and we donate them to charity.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and we do that every year.
Every
So
year.
this-
It's unwrapped gifts, and all the money at the door,
donations, correct.
yes, goes to helping families make a Christmas. We filled, I believe, 3 police cars of presents last year. This year, we're going for 5 police cars of presents. So tell your friends, get them there November 29th. Doors open at 6. Bell time is 7 p.m. November 29th in the Santa Fe Firehouse. Santa Slam in Santa Fe. Bring your presents. We're filling up 5 police cars. And I say police cars because that's where we're donating the presents, and then they take the presents and they donate them in all the places where they need to go to help needy families with the Christmas. It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's
I was,
amazing.
I was
So-
about to say anything but metric. Yeah, we're measuring in police cars.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
that makes
measuring
sense.
police cars. What's weird is that we're measuring police cars and we're at a fire station. We couldn't go fire trucks, but that's not what we're doing. Because this is Riot Wrestling, baby. You never know what's going to happen.
Now, if that's not enough to convince you, because like I said,
Could there be a Christmas casket match? There's probably not. But there might be. You never know.
This is still you're dropping
That's
stuff.
okay. I dropped my phone. It's fine.
This is still a wrestling show, so
Yes.
we're going to have plenty of wrestling matches. So there are going to be several other matches on the card. For example, Rottweiler, Jay
Come on.
Davis, Wood Chippa, Chris Lyons, 1-on-1.
That's crazy. That's
That
crazy.
is going to be a match that could steal the show anywhere in Texas. That could be a main event anywhere in Texas. And there's already been a little bit of bad blood that we've seen between the two.
Because it started in a main event. It was Jay Davis versus Matt Locke versus Elijah Cobra. Again, this is how Elijah literally stole this championship belt. Because out of nowhere, Mr. Chris Lyons, full lucha mask, attacks Jay Davis, rips off his mask in the middle of the ring, and the crowd didn't know what to do. They lost their stinking minds.
It was shocking.
And it was. So, last show at Ransom Note, at
Which
the
is
end of
our
the show,
Halloween show.
Which is our Halloween show. Jay Davis returned the favor and almost snapping the ankle of Chris Lyons' protege, Mad Max, and would not let that ankle go. Almost snapping the ankle of Mad Max. And he wouldn't let it go until Lyons agreed to this match. Jay Davis just wants revenge from keeping him from the title. If we don't remember,
Right.
Jay Davis was our inaugural champion, our longest reigning champion at Riot Wrestling. He wanted his title back, and Chris Lyons messed that up for him. So,
And you know what? Speaking of people keeping titles away from other people, we mentioned earlier that we have our new championship that was
Macho
won-
Madness, baby.
Macho Madness.
Yeah, and that was won by Hollywood Hendricks, but it was very closely not won by Hollywood Hendricks. There was an opportunity for a Don Vega to scurry up that ladder and grab that championship belt, but he did not. Why? David Super Duperon interfered, but that was a little bit of a turnabout's fair play. You see, earlier in the evening, Don Vega, for some unknown reason, cost Duperon his matchup that he had earlier on. And I know there's been a lot of bad blood between the former UPW guys and David Duperon, who tried to be a little bit of a mediator.
This didn't start a few matches ago. A few shows ago, I should say. This started years in the making with Undisputed Pro Wrestling.
Right.
As Dupron and Vega used to be in a unit together, in a faction, and led by Johnny Blade, called Blade Enterprise. And over the years, animosity has grown, and we've seen the last couple of shows, Dupron has separated himself, trying to become a solo act, if you will, so showing the world that he needs nobody but himself to rise to the top at Riot Wrestling. But Vega and the Undisputed people that are with him keep getting in Dupron's way, and he's been fighting tooth and nail to show that he doesn't need them. And it was almost revenge, I think, stopping Vega from that championship. But it's been back and forth. It's either Johnny or Bart or whoever guys that they're bringing in at that time. I think it's very personal when it comes to David Dupron.
Oh yeah, I would say it definitely is personal now. I think it's even moved away from any of the UPW stuff. Yeah. I think now it's just Dupron and Vega have beef.
Yeah.
One cost the other the matchup, then they turn about fair play. The other cost a championship for him.
We had a 15-man Battle Royal Rumble, I should say. Riot Rumble is what we called it.
Yeah,
the Riot Rumble at Stuttgart in Texas City. And those guys went at it out of the ring right in front of me, and there was a craziness going on in the ring, but I couldn't keep my eyes off these
and
two.
Gals. We had ladies.
We had guys and gals, but we had these two. I think took eyes off the show because they were literally beating the PG-13 out of each other and right in front of us, and I just had to watch the whole thing because it was real and it was raw and it was heavy, and It happened. I think that was the I don't say starting point because I think it started years ago, like we said, but that lit a fire in each one of them, and I think it's going to be settled at Santa Slam in Santa Fe, Texas, November 29th. Doors at 6, bell time 7 p.m.
Now, Guapo, you mentioned something right there. You said guys and
ladies.
Gals.
Yes, sir.
Right? Well, we're actually, you mentioned it. We're actually also going to have at Santa Slam a women's match. We are going to have Pumpkin returning again after we saw her at the Stuttgarten. And she is going to be facing somebody that we haven't seen before at Riot Wrestling, and that is Emberlyn.
Emberlyn, yes. Emberlyn is tearing it up. She's one of the featured female wrestlers. I was there. Hey, remember? We were there. Your first match cheering her on. That's right. She has skyrocketed since then. Man, so I'm excited about this match. I have been receiving threatening texts and calls from La Carisma, who's been in every women's match we've had so far, asking me why is she not a part of this? She deserves it. She's won everyone. I
was going to say the same thing.
We were just going to kind of switch it up. But she has made a name for herself, so no disrespect to La Carisma, but you know what I mean? Like we just wanted to see Pumpkin Morgan and Emberlyn kind of
wanted her to spend time with her family. Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Carisma
has the
Carisma, yes.
There you go.
There you go. So, we'll let you know there. You
mentioned something about Emberlyn. How she's really taken off in such a young, short career, right? But we also are going to have another person who kind of has a little bit of the same resume. Young, short career, has really cut their teeth in Texas All-Star, and that is Mad Max. Mad Max, we're going to get to see another glimpse of him at the next show as well, because we are going to have Mad Max taking on Estrella Galactica. That's right.
Bro, have you seen that dude's new gear looking like Wolverine coming to the ring?
Know.
It was beautiful. I don't know if he's wearing the Wolverine gear or if he has Christmas
that
gear.
May have been
every time I see Estrella Galactica, his gear is blown away. His energy blows me away. His moveset blows me away. Estrella Galactica is... I think he's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Everybody loves him.
Everybody loves him.
I love him.
And he doesn't talk. He, speaks to people telepathically. One day, I just want to...
is that what that was?
I think that's what he does. I just want to have a full-on conversation with him. It's going to be like this.
Yeah. Wow, that's one way to get you.
Yeah. And so,
he uses the Force.
Throw down. Yeah, it's bad. So I'm excited about that. As we mentioned, this kind of beef got started in the Chris Lyons match where Jay Davis came out, almost broke Mad Max's ankle. We were talking about that. But Mad Max, it was I believe a triple threat, and he took out Galactica from behind, threw him, I think, against some steel stairs. I just know he was the one that really caused Galactica that match. And so, it's only fair to, I think, I'm going to say that Galactica telepathically told me.
Done deal.
And what he was saying was, I want Mad Max in that ring.
Yeah.
So we got that, man, and we love Galactica. If Mad Max wants to keep, running at Riot, show us what you can do against this man. Show us what you can do against one of the hardest working men in Houston wrestling. I said it. I'll stand by it every single day. It's today, Galactica. We love you, brother. Thank you for everything you do in Houston wrestling, if we're just being honest. So.
That's right. I 100% co-sign all of that stuff that you say about Straight Galactica. He is top notch and has been top notch for years and years, number of decades as well. So yes, everybody come on out. Is after Thanksgiving, right? Yeah. The Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Saturday after Thanksgiving, so, November 29th, right. Santa Fe Firehouse. It is Santa Slam, baby. Doors open at 6. Bell time 7 p.m. Bring your presents. We're filling up 5 police cars.
That's
not
right.
Fire trucks, but police cars with toys, and all the money that you give are going to go help needy families. Through the Way Worship Movement Church, we kind of move through them, and they find families that are in need. And so we want to just give kids Christmases who don't have Christmas, and gather for our love of wrestling, our love of community, and like I said, our love of giving kids a Christmas.
There you go. Well, Chevy, thank you so much. Wap, thank you so much for joining us. I am Abel Morales. Adios, my friends. Keep it classy. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell.